Hi, Elena. Hi, Magic P. Hey, YouTube. Hello, Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. Good morning. Grand risings. Grand risings, my love. Grand risings. How are you guys doing today? How's it going? Phenomenal Diva Queen. How are you? Magic P, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in, guys. We are on day 96 of Fear Not, conquering our fear and releasing an abundance of faith in our life so that we shall not only conquer our weight loss and wellness goals, but we shall never ever look back again. After losing over 479 pounds naturally, one thing I can tell you, and two things for certain: if you don't have your mindset on board, you don't have sustainability yet. Mindset is the ultimate way that we obtain and sustain anything. It's through the way we think. And if we're only changing our body and not changing our minds, then, well, we still have more work to do. That's where your girl comes in. My goal, my ultimate goal, is to empower you, to give you knowledge and access to a better way of living with food, since it's something that you require. There is no magical trick to getting around eating. So because we need to fuel our body, our biliary tracts need to break down food. There's certain things that those muscles that we're born with have that is required. And so because it needs these things, we want to learn to fuel the body instead of just feeding the body. Many of us have spent much time just feeding the body. Here we like to teach you how to fuel the body. And as a result, hey, you might walk around and drop down 479 pounds too, boo-boo. Because it's not just my story, it is a story that can be done over and over and over again. V, good morning, Ramona. V, good morning, Thelma. Well, good morning, Joy. Samuel, welcome in. So if you're new here, I'm Coach Kenya. Please tap the like button and let me know you in the building. Angela, Dolores, Del Rose. I think it's Del Rose. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today, I won't keep you long. It is Transformation Tuesday. You know, on Tuesdays, I try to come quick, inspire you. If you are following me, please be sure to check out my latest post where I give you some tips on how to break your plateau, regardless of what weight loss journey you're on or what avenue you've chosen. I give you a couple things that you can do to break your plateau on if you're having a plateau on your journey with your weight loss. Okay. Also encouraging you to remember that fear of anything can be fear of everything. So be careful. Good morning, Lady Gigi. Good morning, Robin. Fear of anything can be fear of everything. So be careful of how you're viewing things and why you're not pursuing things. If you're starting to see that the reason why you're not pursuing new things, new opportunities, new opening doors is because you're afraid of what you have or what you don't have or what you will have or what you won't have, then that's a form of fear. If your ideology is I don't want to do this and then this happened, then that's a form of fear. If you have things like procrastination, unable to stick to your work, can't follow through, can't complete projects, struggle with staying motivated and committed. These are all signs that you may be struggling with some form of fear. Many people have a fear of believing in themselves. They believe that they believe in themselves too much that it'll make the other people around them small. They've actually lived most of their life making themselves small to make others big. But I want to encourage you today, if that is your story, if that is your truth, that is also a form of fear, a form of walking in who you truly are, being who God truly made you to be. Afraid your personality will be too big for them. They won't be able to handle you. They won't understand you. Well, I encourage you to get out of fear and stand in all of who you are, stand in what you know to be true, and stand firm on who God made you to be. Good morning, all about Queen. Good morning, unique designs. Good morning, Mary and Savet and Glam Unique Designs. I'm sorry, I saw you. Tim Tarnisha, welcome. Linda, welcome in. Jazona, Beverly, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And so I just want to encourage you that these things are, I know many of us have experienced that. Rosina, oh my gosh, that's a content creator that slays, y'all. She slays. If you don't follow her, follow her. Arlise, hi, Bessie, welcome in. Gail, my mom's name was Gail. And so, if you're struggling with these battles and you found that, okay, yeah, I'm getting results, but I'm still struggling with my mindset, okay, that's where we really want to start looking at this thing. Because if you've been back and forth, weight loss on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, then what you'll find is that there's been some type of mindset connected to the eating. And once that happens, it only, the one thing that breaks that and gives it permanency is by working on it, by addressing that connection, that emotional connection from A to B, looking at it, digging on it, and actually finding other ways to deal with those emotions that we find are connected to chewing or eating. Instead of thinking, oh, let me get this gum, I'm hungry and I can't eat yet, let me chew on this gum. Well, when you chew on gum to avoid hunger, you're actually increasing the hunger, because chewing is a sign to the brain and the body that it's time to eat. Okay. So if you're someone who's dieting and you find yourself chewing gum, chewing ice, it's not necessarily that your iron is low. It also could be that you're addicted to chewing. If you find yourself chewing on plastic tops, ink pens, the bottles, straws when you get a drink, if you're someone who has to have that big cup of soda, so eat that ice and chew on that straw at the end, and you get great satisfaction from that. That is a form of addictive behavior to chewing, to emaciation, to the mwah, mwah, mwah. That means that you get an internal soothing from that motion. So you'll seek ways to consistently chew. So if you're not eating, you're chewing gum. If you're not chewing gum, you're eating ice. If you're not eating ice, you're chewing on plastic. If you're not chewing on plastic, you're chewing on a pen. If you're not chewing on a pen, you're chewing on a straw. You're always chewing on something and you don't even realize that it's directly connected to why you emotionally eat and restrict. Okay. We dropping nuggets. We on day set 96. I won't keep you long. I got somewhere to be, and so do you. So today on day 96, out of fear not, day 365 of fear not. You guys tap up the like, but I don't think we have any likes anywhere, but that's okay. Let's just get into this review and get on off here. Good morning, Rosalind. All right, here we go. Fear not. It is written, fear not, Paul. Thou must be brought before Caesar, and lo, God hath given thee all them that sail with thee. Acts 27 and 4. God hath given thee all them that sail with thee. Okay, and this is coming from Acts 27 and 4. So the principle for this particular scripture says, conquer your fear and stand before kings. Thank you so much for sharing my live, Miss AJ. It says that conquer your fear and stand before kings. So essentially what it's saying, the word, what Pastor Komalafi is saying this morning is that on day 96, what he's saying is that if you are, once you identify the fear, right? We just talked about identifying the fear. Unique, good morning. Little Unique, good morning. Evelyn, good morning. Jay Swang, Jay Swaggin, or Jay Swaggin, I think. Hey, Selena, I think you're Tucson girl. Okay. What it's saying is that if you stand on fear, you are welcome. Send it to my cousins. Oh my gosh, thank you, Shay. Thank you for sharing it, beautiful. I appreciate you. So what we want to do, look, it said conquer the fear, because you realize, listen, I'm trying to tell some of you guys something. Okay, listen, we're gonna just take a poll. It's only 4 of us, 4 or 5 of us. Sometimes it'd be more of y'all here. Y'all don't be all the way live. So just you got to participate though. Look, wherever platform you on, I want you to either drop something in the comments or tap the like button if you've been on any form of diet or weight loss, anything ever in your life ever. And if you got results from it, but maybe a couple of years later you gained some of it back, maybe you didn't stay on it. If that's you, I want you to tap or comment, tap or comment, tap or comment. If you fall in the category of I've tried it before. Okay, Shay, got you, Shay, got you, Shay. Shay says, boom, I got you. Tucson girl, I know you tried it, boom. Okay, I've tried it, boom. Okay, look, peep this. Did you know that for every Angie, yes, Angie said, yes, me too, me too. Did you guys know that for every time we've taken on the challenge to attack our weight loss and wellness and we didn't achieve it, our brains saw that as a failure? Mhm. Because when we started, we were so determined, right? When we started, we was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this thing happen, this is gonna happen. I'm not gonna stop, I'm not gonna keep going around. I have been thinking of surgery. I understand. Kenya, I've been there, queen. I've been there, queen. I had to have a reversal, queen. I've been there. Literally been there. And I don't speak against any form of weight loss support. If you join my program, you'll notice that even in our portal, I show you ways to eat with your injection. I show you ways to eat with your pre and post surgery. Why do I show you those things? Because you need to be able to sustain a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. Many of you are, this is how you think. This is how some of y'all think. Y'all think like this: as soon as I lose weight, I'm going to get healthy. Did you know that there are some diseases that no matter what size you are, you'll have them? They'll just be under control. You attend Weight Watchers. Miss Shay J, I understand. I know many women who do a form of Weight Watchers. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I did not do any form of calorie counting myself, and particularly, and neither do the ladies that I work with, because it's not always feasible for their lifestyles. For my busy moms, they don't have an opportunity. Sometimes they don't. Let me see how she explained it. She says it was that there are many times where she met the points, but not the calories in terms of enough protein. I can't explain it. I never did Weight Watchers. I can't make it. I'm trying to explain something like she's explained it to me, because she did have results, but what she was explaining is sometimes the calories on the meal will put her at her points or calories or something, but she would still not be full, and that would make her have like want to eat more. And so I just talked to her a little bit about the difference between being hungry and thirsty, and sometimes that message, like diabetes. Yes, Tucson girl, you can actually lose weight and still have diabetes but not have need insulin or injections and not require medication, right? That's actually called well care. It's where you're actually sustaining your health conditions, and it's not symptomatic, right? Like a person like me, I have asthma. I still have asthma. I just no longer require constant emergency room visits, breathing treatments, et cetera, because my lifestyle does not aid to making those things be agitated. Follow where I'm going here. I know this is not our normal thing, but it's okay to get into it. I like to every now and then talk a little bit about the other things that make your journey more successful when you're engaged in it. Good morning, Jersey Gore. Good morning, spiritual situation. Good morning, Polo. What I'm explaining is that one of the things we want to do is you want to pursue healthy. So it may look like this for you. Okay, so you may be on your injection. You may notice that although you don't have an appetite, when you do have an appetite, it's a lot of cravings. So what that means is, although the medication is suppressing, good morning, beautiful, although the medication may be suppressing your appetite and it's not making you have such strong cravings, you're still having them outside of your eating time. What this is showing you is that even though the medicine is present, it's trying to activate your actual body. Your own body is still trying to do its regular job of activating the metabolism. So what's happened over the time when we have this negative connection with food is we don't know the difference between being hungry, a craving. We don't know if we're thirsty. So the messages have been misconstrued. Just think, I break down and I'm crying. I'm bawling crying. I'm driving home in the car. I stop and get gas. I go in the gas station. I get me a bag of Doritos. I get me a pack of those travel Oreo cookies and a Snickers, and I get my coffee. And I'm driving home and I'm crying and I'm eating and I'm eating and I'm crying and I'm crying and I'm eating and I'm eating and I'm crying. And then something says change the music to something good and a good mood. Turn on your Afro beats. I turn on my Afro beats. Now I'm still eating and crying. Now I'm celebrating. You see all those emotions? But remember, I didn't want the music on until I had the cookie, the salt, and the sugar, right? When the body is both anxious and sad, you will crave both. When you're more angry, when you have more bitterness, when you're feeling maybe some, like I've associated the word with, like, let's say like a form of resentment or bitterness, you will tend to want salt. If you are an emotional eater, if someone hurts your feelings, if you're stressed out, you want that tater chip, you want those French fries, you want that toast, you want something with a little bit of salt in it. If you're someone who finds yourself to be kind of on that elated, that mania, you'll find yourself eating things like chocolates, drinking really heavy dosed iced coffees. That's just as bad. Why? You know why? Because it's not that is you're drinking the iced coffee, it's all the other stuff in the iced coffee. Follow me. It was cool when you added the creamer, but then you added the pumps of the vanilla, the pumps of the brown sugar, then you added the, you following me? Then you added the plumps of caramel. Then you added the cookie crumble. Then you added the drizzle. So what originally coffee is not bad for you, but what we do to things is what makes it bad for us. You see what I'm saying? So it's about not just changing your lifestyle, but it's about understanding that you don't have to remove things from your lifestyle if you learn how they were originally meant to be consumed. Many of us think the only way to eat chicken is fried. I've met people that have never had baked chicken. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why? Because their community, fried chicken, right? Fried chicken, fried chicken, right? So as we become, it's not that you can't have chicken, it's that maybe it's about cooking it in a different way every now and then, right? It's not that you eat one piece of fried chicken, it's that we tend to eat it every single day, 2 or 3 times a day for some of us, especially if it's our favorite, especially if we're emotionally attached. How many of y'all go through McDonald's and get your breakfast sandwich, and on your way from work, you get your lunch meal because you got the app? Right. I don't know why I can't lose weight. Because those are empty calories. So some of us are just eating to get full, not eating to get fuel. Do you understand what I just said? So we're eating to get full. So that means I'm eating whatever I can get that tastes good to me versus I'm being intentional and ensuring that what I'm eating has what I need in it to go forward. Good morning, thick honey peach. Did you get that? Am I getting what I need to go forward? Right? And what I eat is what I'm eating giving me energy. Right? Did you know there's people that don't actually drink any form of coffee or caffeine because their actual nutritional input gives them energy? Everybody doesn't need coffee. Even without coffee, I'm on 1,000. I don't know why. Even without coffee, I'm on 1,000. But I have learned that because I am real intentional about protein and vegetables, those things I didn't care about before. I just give me some fried, give me something good. Dinner had to be good to me. It didn't need to fuel me. It needed to taste good to me because I only saw food as taste. I didn't see food as fuel. So becoming knowledgeable about why I'm eating, that became helpful. The next thing that became helpful is understanding that because I have a tendency to eat to feel better, is making sure I scheduled even my snacks so that there was never any room to eat to feel better because I know I can eat every 2 hours. I need my 2 cups of coffee before you speak to me. Miss J, I do drink coffee, but you can speak to me before I get it though. I got my black coffee. Sometimes I put a dash of creamer in it, but I do have my black coffee. Sometimes I use a no dairy creamer. Sometimes I use vegan creamer. It just depends every now and then. Then sometimes I just use regular coffee mate. But I only put a dash so my coffee isn't clear like light skinned. It's still pretty, it can be pretty nasty, but it's because I like the caffeine is to help with my little issues of my body. Anyway, but I just wanted to drop those nuggets with you. Now, Kenya, you're not a coffee drinker, and that you don't have to be, you guys. You don't have to be. You don't. But you know what? But the other thing, let me tell. I had this client. I love her to death. She's still with me. When she first started, she said, "Listen, coach, thank you for the gift. I use oatmeal creamer. Yes, that's perfectly well shaped. That's it. I by Khalifa. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Khalifa. That's who I like. Listen, check this out. Mahogany. Good morning. My client, when she first started, we were in a group session. We were doing her orientation. It was about 10 of us in class. She was brand new. She's a beautiful young lady, and I won't use her name because she's not here to defend herself because it's going to be funny. So she looks in the camera. She says, "Listen, coach, I'm not going to be able to go without my Diet Coke. My Coke Zero, I have to have my Coke Zero. I have to have a Coke Zero. I have to have at least 4 to 5 a day." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, I drink Coke Zero because there's no sugar in it so I can have as many as I want." Do y'all even hear the problem with that statement? I made the same statement too. I think if healthy food, sometimes I'll look at something. I don't do it now because I know better. But in the beginning, because it was healthy, I would overeat it. And then I would say, but I don't understand why that made me bloated if it said that it's only 100 calories and it's that 30 grams of protein. I don't understand why it made me sleepy. It's because I ate the whole bag. The 100 calories and the protein was for one serving. And it was 6 servings in the bag. So I really just sat there and ate more like 1,000 calories, more like a thousand calories, 1,000 calories. So what was supposed to be 100 calories, and I'm wondering why I feel lethargic and tired because I just what was supposed to not be a carb, eating all of that in one sitting then becomes the same concept of me sitting and eating about. I might as well get the bag of Doritos. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have clients who go vegetarian, and when they get to me, they've gained 40, 50, 60 pounds because they're overeating cheese. Because now they don't eat meat. Their sole focus is that let me put cheese on it. Cheese is protein. Not if you eat it like that, it's not. None. Yeah, and be careful. Make sure you're not drinking no shake with plastic binding in it. Some of y'all are here buying this stuff your doctors recommended. I need you to go look up the ingredients. Now, I've been saying this now for 4 years. No one wanted to listen to me 4 years ago, but now that there's TikToks out about it where people are telling you, now you coming back to me. No, no. 4 years ago, check my page out. You'll see the videos all the way down at the bottom where I'm saying, listen, everything recommended from your doctor doesn't mean that it's meant for you. It may be meant for some people, it may not be meant for you. Well, I need help. Kenya. Your name's Kenya. My name's Kenya. Kenya. You know I got you, Kenya. Everything that's recommended to you may not be for you. So what a result that somebody else may get, you may get a different result because you have to take a different path. It doesn't mean you can't take that path. It means you have to take that path differently. It's like two things. Don't count yourself out of everything, but don't count yourself in everything, right? Everybody's story ain't your story. Everybody on here does not weigh 600 pounds. But I don't talk about weight. My focus isn't only just weight loss. My focus is that in 15 years, when you're still up kicking and moving around and you're 15 years older, my goal is that whatever you've learned in my space, you're still able to apply it to whatever stage of life you in. My goal isn't only just to give you a meal plan and a situation to follow through on for a little bit of time. I've been doing the same thing from 10 years. If you look at my story, I've been at this since 2014. I was at this thing when people had counted me out for dead. I ended up in hospice. So for many people, it might be about something else. It's not about that for me. I don't want you to just go I'm just going to say, I don't want you to just go get the injection. Yes, go get it if you feel that's what you need. I want you to have all the mindset that is needed to be successful on it, right? What do I need to do to get help? Kenya, if you want to click the link in my bio, I already reached out to the young lady from yesterday and got her started. Kenya, if you want to click the link in my bio, make sure we follow each other and we can get you set up in one of my coaching programs. If you want one-on-one, if you want group, I have one-on-one. We have meal plans. We have 7-week, 12-week, and 5-week meal plans. We have 6-month, 1-year long coaching programs with one-on-one coaching and therapeutic sessions weekly. We have daily coaching groups Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, once a month on Saturdays. And every now and then I go live in the group on Mondays. I go live every day. And starting at the end of March, we'll go back to Cooking with Coach on Tuesdays. And so you are more than welcome to join us. I don't just give you a program, I actually work with you daily to help you implement it and provide you the support to incorporate the lifestyle. I teach you how to properly intermittent fast using nutritional cleansing. And then I also teach you how to do a thing called 3-2-1, which is three snacks, 2 shakes, and 1 meal. So the body is getting all of the protein and the proper amount of carbs and vegetables throughout the day. And we plan that out for you. So I don't just give you the amount to go eat. I actually tell you what to eat at a certain time so that you, one, retrain your metabolic muscle and learn when it's the most active so you can know when to eat your highest protein to build, burn, and build and create lean muscle, which burns visceral fat. But you got to know your metabolic rate and when it's most active so that you can actually eat your heaviest meal at that time to avoid becoming sluggish and lethargic throughout the day. The next thing that you want to be aware of is if you're waterlogging. Waterlogging is where you're over drinking the fluid and it's making you feel fuller longer, but you're not actually getting enough calories in because you're too full on the fluid you're drinking. If you're drinking water, sitting and drinking it all day, it needs to be paced around your meals to make sure you're not over drinking and forcing yourself into starvation. Okay. Is that okay? You know what, guys? I didn't know there was a thank you guys so much for the follow. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Do you think we can get our likes up a little bit? Good morning, Mahogany. Good morning. I think it's Galpo Mover. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Beautiful. Good, thank you. Is it Baja Queen? Am I saying it right? Beautiful. Tyra, good morning. Christ in me, good morning. Okay, so those are some tips for you to grab. If you're new, click the follow link. I'm live every day. I drop different nuggets. I'm always out here researching, finding stuff. If you want to know about my history, I've been doing this a long time. You can actually just take my name to Google and Google me. If you just want to know how long I've been doing it, where I've been, Google me. Just because sometimes you be worried about people's like legitimacy, like that's the word, right? Yep, you be worried, you be concerned, though, so you get worried. Okay, I want you to go on over to the old Google across the street. Now you hear? Go on over across the street. Now you hear? And then I want you to just go on up and next to that searcher bar, okay? And when you get to the searcher bar, just type my name in there, and you're gonna see that there's been tons and tons of different type of articles from different formats, online magazines and place magazines, People magazine. I've been featured on as little article features on certain shows such as NBC, ABC. This is back in the day because remember, I've been around a long time. So 2017, 2018, I was in People magazine for losing half of my size. Back then, I had already lost 439 pounds in 2017. So if you want to know if I'm legit, there's a paper trail, baby. Don't worry about it. It's out there. It's in these streets. I've also been using the same exact nutritional system since 2014, and I contribute that to 90% of my weight loss called isogenics. I am the lady that is on that big wall, that's on a lot of their media. That is me. I was big and sickly then. That's why people don't recognize me, but that is, in fact, me. I have kept the weight off all this time. So if you're wondering if it works, it works. I'm evidence of that. People say, oh, things don't work because we don't work. Everything out here can work for us if we're willing to do the work. You have to pick your heart. If you pick a hard system to follow and it works, then you're going to be stuck doing a hard system. If you pick a simple system that can be maneuvered in and out of your life, then you're going to be able to maneuver the system in and out of your life. If you pick a simple basic system, you're going to be able to follow the simple basic system. So it's all about picking your heart once you make up your mind that your health, your wealth, and your mental state are your number one priority. Principle: conquer your fears, stand before kings. Conquer your fear and stand before kings. Prayer 1: fear shall not keep me in the valley, neither shall it keep me from inheriting the palace, in Jesus' name. Remember, we first started this live and I began talking about how fear can literally keep you from being afraid to succeed and achieve more. Have you ever caught yourself saying, I don't got to be rich. I just want to be able to make it. But what if God wants you to be rich? And what if that very statement is keeping you from getting out of your lack or poverty? What if you're actually speaking yourself into condemnation of poverty and to lack, of to almost getting there? What if it's actually your mouth? What if it's not the enemy? What if it's not the naysayers? What if it's not the days, as we talked about yesterday? What if you're actually the one that is condemning and blocking your own blessings based on how you're thinking and how you're speaking, because you don't know how else to think, because you don't know how else to think, how else to speak, excuse me. Sunny days, good morning, good morning. Are you following me? Are you with me? Tap it up and let me know we on the same page. If we not, I can keep going. It says 2, I command the storms and tempests of fear set before me to be quenched in Jesus' name. I command the storms and tempests of fear set before me to be quenched in Jesus' name. Okay, so basically what we saying today is I command any fear in which I recognize to be shut it down, shh, shut it down, and that any temptations, stresses, fears that may make me think I need to be caught up with these fears, I'm rebuking you. Why? Why are we constantly looking at fear? Because we've discovered on my platform, we discovered from hundreds of stories like myself that many of us lived in forms of fear prior to discovering the stronghold that obesity had on us. Boom. Many of us were living in a form of fear. Via obesity that was preventing us from excelling. It wasn't that we were lazy, crazy, or dumb. It was that there were real barriers lacking our knowledge and our access to achieve our goals. We thought it was about losing weight when it was about getting healthy. We thought it was about getting healthy when it was about getting our mindset together. But now that we've aligned them all together, we know that A, B, and C go together like the alphabet. We now understand that A, B, and C, thank you for the shirt, goes like together like the alphabet. We now know that there's a thing called a metabolic muscle. That is the part of our body that is very relevant. We know that our hormones need to be in check. Well, many of us are trying to get our hormones in check, but we're not getting our emotions in check. Let me tell you something I learned about personally, spending many years on antidepressants and treatment for depression and anxiety, and what I learned from working with women and treating people for many years who struggle with depression and anxiety. One thing I know about it, and one thing for certain, and two things for sure, that if I allow my emotions to run rampant, regardless if I'm depressed or anxiousness, I will not be able to grab them back control of them. A and B, if I do not emotionally develop and grow up, I'm always going to fall prey to the feelings of anxiousness and depression. Follow what I just said. Somebody needs to catch that. What I quickly learned as I continue to fall in these deep, dark depressions, that if I did not heighten, if I did not enhance, if I did not grow or magnify my own personal emotional sobriety, then it was easier for me to fall prey to that chemical imbalance in my brain. When the question would be raised internally from my subconscious, I'm less likely to grab a hold of it because I'm emotionally mature enough to see that that thought that just arrived is from my sadness, from my codependent thinking, from my hurt emotions, from my past relatable feelings. It's not real today, so I don't need to feel no type of way, but I only can do that when I become emotionally sober. I become emotionally mature. Okay, hold on. I can't. How do I say her name? Baja Queen? Is it Bajan? 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 Maggie, Queen of Silence. Just join your live. How can I get info? Thanks. Okay, no worries. You can click up my profile picture and get my profile picture. Let me show you how to do it. Okay, this is gonna pull up my other profile. I didn't realize we'd been live this time. We was in the mix, y'all. Let me see if this will let me switch my account, baby, and show you how to get to this one. Okay. Sometimes it. Oh, it will. Perfect. Okay. All right, here we go. So here's my profile. So you're gonna go up to the top. Let me see if I can find my own laugh. Oh, let cut that down. Yep, there we go. Okay, so you're gonna just go up to the top here, to the top of the live, and you're gonna hit my photo at the top of the live. Okay, and then when you hit the top of the live, it's gonna look like this. Well, it's actually gonna have a box at the bottom, and then you're gonna double tap. It keeps going to my preview pages. I'm so sorry. It's going crazy. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. Okay. When you get here, there's an icon that says you can either email me, beautiful, or if you go to the one that says, let me find it for you. Doopy doopy doo. You can email me. All right, there it goes. I see it now. Not the email button. You want this one. You see this button right here that says sign up? All it's doing is going to give me your contact information and your name so that my team and I can put you on our reach out list so I can reach out to you personally. Okay. So you can either do the sign up, which is right here on my profile page, or you can go, let me see, to the email, which is right here, and email me. And if you want to know more about my programs and what I do, when you click on the link where it says I.R.I.S.E Boutique at iriseboutique.com, you can go to my website at whatifirise.com or to my boutique. I do have two websites, guys. Sometimes you guys go over there. So either way, they're both my company. I own both. It's I.R.I.S.E Inc. and I own all four companies under I.R.I.S.E. I own the streetwear company. I own the athleisure wear and the exercise company, and I do own the coaching company um, for I.R.I.S.E Inc. Those are all my brands. So okay, I hope that was helpful. I'm still learning how to move my. And thank you so much for the follow, beautiful, moving about. Okay, now that we got our day 96 read, I'm gonna go really fast. I'm supposed to be in another meeting, but we are on March the 11th. And just so you guys know, I have been sober. Let me see if my phone will tell me. It's months. It's been 4 years, but I do sometimes track the months just because. And so let's see if it'll let us know how long what's our sobriety date. How many, like, it tells you like the months and stuff like that. So for 4 years, 8 months, 8 hours, 19 minutes, and 42 seconds sober from alcohol, which for me turns into sugar, and I'm a food addict. So alcohol and food, alcohol for 4 years. Okay, Kenya, alcohol for 4 years and food for eight. And so, yay, me, and to anyone on a journey who's battling with addiction and sobriety, shout out to you. The 12 steps of recovery do work. March the 11th. Enjoy the change in scenery. Kenya, I will reach out to you actually today, beautiful. You're going to be looking for a 480 number coming from one of my company lines, okay? And anyone who has left a TikTok sign up form, I just found out how to get to them. If you left a TikTok sign up form or an Instagram lead form, because sometimes they're attached on my live, I just found out how to access them. I will be reaching out to you today. So you're going to be looking for an area code of 480. That is going to be me, the coach. And if you're unavailable, I'll just leave your voicemail, and I usually follow that voicemail up with a text message, which will also come from a 480-418 number. Okay. So that's just so you kind of know if I'm reaching back out to you, that it's coach, so you can know it's safe to answer. I'm not a solicitor. I'm only calling based on following up with what you've requested from me. Okay. Okay. All right, now listen, let's get into Melanie Beatty. Now, Melanie Beatty is about these codependent relationships. Y'all know she's going to drop a nugget on us. Let's see what she says. March the 11th says, enjoy the change in scenery. How easy it is to think I will be feeling like this forever. But look at how quickly the scenery changes. Woo woo! Alcohol and smoke free for 5 years. We in the building. Boom, boom, boom. And you know what happened, Kenya? What I realized was that when I couldn't overeat, I would overdrink. So say we go out kick it. Well, I'm not really I wouldn't really be a drinker, but if it ain't nothing else there, I'm drinking. But I don't drink to hang out. I drink to get drunk. So because I already realized that my intentions is wrong, I'm good. DJ Craniac! You guys have to follow the dopest DJ in the building. You guys, DJ Craniac, I've been rocking with him since I came back to social media in 2020, and he is the best. If you're looking for a group in that on the TikTok, you got to get with him on the TikTok. Honey, listen, and he's handsome and he's fine. Woo, baby. You got to check him out. He's also on Instagram under Craniac, the DJ, and on TikTok under DJ Craniac, I think. Yeah, I think it's the opposite, right? Right, DJ? He'll let me know. I indulged to not eat, but it got out of hand. Yes, 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 yes. It can, it run, it. I went from that to just bashing. So it's like I ended up in the hospital. I couldn't get to liquor, and so I could get to food, and down the rabbit hole we went. Okay, here we go. How easy it is to think I'll be feeling like this forever, but look at how quickly the scenery changes. In the space of a few hours while driving down the highway, we can see mountains, deserts, a petrified forest, and iron-rich mesas. In the space of a day, we can see courage, faith, despair, desolation, anger, healing, and joy. If there's one thing that's true, it's this: the universe is always changing. It is constant, continual evolution. The same holds true for the minutes, hours, and days of our lives. We are continually changing and shifting. Each motion, attitude, and experience, each piece of scenery leads into the next. Put them all together, and what do you have? A grand journey, an exciting trip that leads to someplace worth going and someplace worth being each moment you are there. Look at how quickly the scenery changes. Learn to enjoy the view. So, with that reading from Melanie Beatty, I encourage you to remember that no matter what it looks like right now, literally in seconds, in minutes, the very situation that it feels like will never end can change, and so can the view of it. Have a beautiful day, and may God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in for day 96. Day 96. Day 96. And these are our two books. We've been reading 96 days. Can you believe it? I think we should have a party on 100, but we'll vote on it tomorrow. We'll vote on it tomorrow, okay? We will vote tomorrow to see if we shall do a party for 100 days.